Oh, come here.
Okay, wow. All right, stop. And now I was going to be children about it. So,
This is just like you treat me at home.
that is not true.
Camera's not on.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, it's not important. So if it's best that they are here,
For this you know, you were taking a shining to this more than I thought you would.
And the Lord said.
maybe we do need to get some root beer. Calm me down a little bit.
Were you the wiener?
I was the wiener.
Did you get that?
Camera's on.
Is it really? That's great. What a day. What a day. You can posture all you want. This is fine.
So with his beard and the Raiders, it's just, why are you hiding
It's
yourself?
hard. Because it's all stinkers.
And look at the camera when necessary. No.
We're gonna be really
It's getting late. Let's go. Is the microphone on?
Yeah,
That's your
Okay.
bedtime.
Everything rolling?
yeah,
Same bed.
It's been rolling?
yeah.
This is great.
Critical conversations are conversations that are important. They're
That are
important
necessary.
and necessary.
They're general. Generally. It,
Generally.
it sets it up. It's a base conversation about to help make it so that we can make decisions on our own about more specific things.
Sometimes they're about specific things.
Well, yes.
I think sometimes we talk about teachable moments. You know, when there's just an opportunity to address something because of a situation that comes up in life, and when we can seize that moment, I think that a lot of critical conversations happen that way.
It usually works in that I tend to be observant and recognize a situation or something and bring it to the attention of Adam. And
then I will address whatever she has observed. Sometimes they're not mom things, they're dad things.
most of the time, now that they're teenagers, I've got a little more of a hands-off, direct hands-off approach to the critical conversations, unlike when they were children.
What's really fun is when you think you're just going to dinner with mom and dad, and then you have a critical conversation in the car and in the restaurant and on the way back.
You like that?
Yeah, I said really fun, didn't I?
You said it.
Is that not what I
I
meant?
felt like that was sarcastic, but maybe not.
They're important
Yeah.
and relevant.
One of the things that we've done with the boys is at certain milestones at age, birthdays, 13, 16, well 10, we started 10, 13 and 16. The boys will individually will go somewhere with me and we'll have really intentional conversations about sort of what's going on at that phase of life and, you know, kind of how to prepare for what's next. And those have been fun, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of Legos.
Legos, we did that.
Yeah. A lot.
So why did we do that?
Perseverance.
What did you do when you were 13?
I went on a hike by myself.
It was catered to each of their needs
Yeah.
at the time and their personalities at the time.
Boys, can you tell when a critical conversation is coming?
Generally, I don't know.
Right before it's about to happen, I can tell. But anything before that, no idea. It's like a sneak attack.
You can mean sneak constructive conversation.
Sneak learning opportunity.
Right.
Sneak learning opportunity.
Sometimes we just look at Kim and say, "How's puberty going?"
Ruthless. Ruthless.
And he says,
Good.
I think it's important because, as parents, we have a responsibility. God entrusted us with these two human beings, and we only have a small amount of time, and it's our responsibility to teach them and guide them. But at some point, then they're not under our roofs and not under our direct authority, and they're going to need to know how to navigate life by themselves, and we want them to be well equipped to make the best decisions they can make and to have thought processes that are godly and lead them in the right direction, to hopefully avoid catastrophe, problems, trials, troubles. But as we all know, those things do happen and they come, and they need to know how to navigate through them themselves.
we want them to talk about stuff at home that they're not necessarily going to talk about at school or, hanging out with their friends. Those conversations may not necessarily happen, at least not from a Jesus-centered perspective that our family is really trying to come from. So we definitely want those conversations to happen in a context where we know we're all on the same team about what our goal is as a family, about who we're trying to be. And so when those conversations happen at home, we know this is because we're all trying to follow Jesus well. That we're talking about this and that it matters to us. And that's not going to be the case everywhere they go. So it's important that we make the most of like she said, make the most of our time that we have to have some influence and authority.
And it keeps the communication lines between parents and children open, knowing that they can talk to us, same as we talk to them.
Well, yeah, we're all on the same team. It's a good goal. And I do feel comfortable. Like, I feel like if I've got something to talk about, I can talk to either one of you. It keeps these critical conversations from being thrown in like everyday conversations. And so I don't know, like when we separate it and we talk about it like this, we know this is important. This is a time where we can be open. Right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Afterwards, give it a couple days, possibly. I mean, worst case scenario, a couple days.
Yeah.
That's how I would be.
I mean, it's not fun, usually.
Yeah.
It's not something I look forward to until after the fact.
Well, we often talk about things that are uncomfortable, but that's why we have to talk about them, because they're uncomfortable. And if we just avoid uncomfortable conversations, then there's some really important things we'll never talk about. So it's uncomfortable for everybody. You guys know it's uncomfortable for us sometimes too, right? So,
What was that?
So just say words. No, not words.
Say letters.
just letters.
We're aware.
We are aware. I don't want us to be afraid of stepping into uncomfortable conversations. That little bit of courage, that it takes to just put that topic out on the table. It's important that we have that. It just takes a little bit. Oh, people are going.
How's adulthood going?
How's middle age going?
Oh.
So how about them readers?
How about feeling
readers.
okay?
Oh my goodness.
You need?
I feel fine, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll be in the nursing home next month, but right now I'm great.
Several things probably contributed to it. When we became parents for the first time, we of course, dove right into learning all we can learn. We found mentors and we took classes and read books, and we pulled things from all of that together to just kind of try to get a big picture of what was going on. And being in the youth ministry for so many years, we saw lots of different kinds of kids, lots of different kinds of parents, lots of different strategies, and lots of outcomes from those strategies. And we learned a lot. And we learned to anticipate things, changes, issues as they come before they actually hit, I think.
Yeah. Like Yogi Berra said, you can observe a lot by watching. And we observed a lot. I think that time in youth ministry was really helpful for us, but I also think we took things away from our own childhood and the way that we were raised and kind of went, okay, really glad our parents did this and that's really helped shape us. Really wish they had done more of this because we feel like there were some things missing there, and kind of tried to incorporate what was good about how we were raised and then fill in some gaps that we thought were there too. And so sometimes we were right about that stuff, sometimes not, but that was part of the process.